Ugh. I made it to the room. We were first, or I was first. I was the only one getting off. So I'm gonna throw my bag down. I think I'll take my wallet just in case. But I'm going to order some food. And then I'll come back and do everything real quick. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so we won't be able to see like Epcot or anything, but that's fine. I messed up. Now back to the room. So yeah, the kitchen closes at 10, but so I got a bagel and a cheesecake. And my first mug in forever. And I got a root beer because I'm a risk taker. But it's got my suitcase is soaking wet. I'll show you the room and I'll explain the plane. So exciting. Okay, I'm here. And we have real plates and stuff. I think the whole studio has paper. So I got this cute little cheesecake. And then I got a plain bagel. Should I toast it? Probably. But I'm hungry. I'm not getting the toaster out. So that's fine. And then like I said, I got my root beer. I think I said this before. I have issues when I'm here drinking pop. Yes, I call it pop. I'm from Rochester, New York. That's what we call it. So, also, I'm not like a big Coke fan. I do love a good Barq's root beer though. So, I kind of was like, sure. Because I've been eating, except for the poutine, I've been eating like relatively good today. So I think this won't upset my stomach too much because I'm fine typically in like my day-to-day life. It's just here, I think, eating like all the food I eat. But I think these are so cute. So I don't know. And then I figure I'll get my Powerade in this every night instead of, I mean, I don't think I'm gonna go as hard as I normally do since we're doing the cruise, but whatever. I didn't bring any breakfast or anything, so I'm trying to save space in my suitcases. Oh, this bagel's definitely a little, seen some things, but that's fine. I don't eat a lot of bagels because they kind of make me sick too. So yes, I didn't bring any like breakfast or anything. So I think I'll either eat breakfast here like tomorrow or I'll just go over to Epcot and eat. We'll see. It's so weird being in like a normal-ish hotel room. I loved the Tower Studio though. That thing was amazing. Okay, so what happened at the airport? Oh my gosh. So I fly Southwest, and on Southwest, I'm sure other airlines have this too. You can check like the flight while you're flying and see how far away you are. And so I had kind of napped, and then I woke up and I looked, and it said we were like an hour and 15 minutes away. Okay, so then I was reading. I had a book to finish. I have 2 review copies. One was due last week. One was due like 2 days ago. Neither of them have been turned in. It's fine. It's fine. I actually ended up, because of all of this, I had bought the audiobook for the second one because I'm late, so now it's out. So I bought the audiobook because I was like, well, I can just listen to that after I finish the other one. And I am. And actually, the narrator is clear enough that I've been able to listen to it on 3 times speed. Usually like 2.5 is like the max I can go. So I only have like 2 hours left in that, which is good. So hopefully I can finish that before we go on the cruise maybe. And then like upload my reviews before I'm done. I don't know. But when I finished on the plane, I wrote a quick review and posted it a couple places while we were sitting on the plane. So anyways, so I got up and I looked, and then I like read my book or whatever, and then I looked again and it said like 45 minutes, and I was like, oh, okay. And then a little while later I looked again and it said 58, and I was like, wait, didn't it just say 45? And I was like, maybe I'm just living on like 4 hours of sleep and don't know what I'm like thinking about. And then a couple of minutes later, the captain came over, which we had a female captain. That's cool. I wonder if it's Captain Morgan. I used to follow her on TikTok when I was on TikTok. She's a Southwest pilot. So came over the speaker and said that there were thunderstorms over the airport, and so they were making all the planes basically circle out over the water. And so we were doing that, and then they were pulling people in like every 15 minutes. And so they said that, so we were already delayed 30 minutes, but really they usually like overshoot the time. So like when that happened, it was like 7:10, which is when we were supposed to land. So like we basically would have been there on time, I feel like. So then they're like, I think like 7:15, 7:20, we should be able to go in. Okay, we're going. They tell us to make sure we're buckled because we're gonna hit some turbulence because of the thunderstorms. They're dissipating, but we're gonna like hit them a little bit. That's fine. Worst turbulence I've ever had in my life. First time I've been nervous on a plane in a long time. I think I've talked about this before. I take Lexapro for anxiety, which has helped a lot with my flight anxiety. But what really helped me was watching, especially Mentor Pilot on YouTube, but also Kelsey from 7-4 Gear. Mentor Pilot goes over accidents a lot of times and like incidents on planes, which sounds like it would freak me out more, but it actually helps reassure me. And as I was going through the turbulence, I was trying to just like embrace it, because I remember Kelsey once, he flies cargo now, and he said in cargo we kind of go because like we don't care about the turbulence, and he's like, we just like slow down when passengers are on the plane because like we want them to be a little more comfortable. So I was like, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. But I did get a little nervous. Like I was looking outside the window, and then I had to stop because I could just like, and you know that like, it's like that roller coaster feeling where you're like, we were like, it was rough. So whatever, that was like 10-15 minutes. We get to the airport. I'm like, great, we're here. Fantastic, wonderful, love it, love to see it. We land at like 7:45. I text both of my parents, tell them I've landed, and then they come over and say that because of a thunderstorm and lightning in the area, well, our gate is taken by a plane that's stuck there, and then the ramp is closed, so there's no workers out, which makes sense, obviously. Their safety is the most important, 100%. So they can't take any bags off planes, they can't move like all these things. And they said it had been closed for an hour at that point. So they were thinking that it would open in the next 15 or 20 minutes because the storm was like going away. So I mean, obviously, fortunately, we were later into this, so like we didn't have to wait nearly as long as other people. So I think back in like March, we got stuck on the tarmac leaving. Is it me? Maybe. So they said we could, so we were just like sitting there in the plane, and they told us we could get up. I did unbuckle my seatbelt and stuff, and actually the seat next to me was empty, so I kind of like spread out a little bit. Tons of people, like when I sit all the way in the back in an effort to get an empty seat because nobody wants to go back there. And so then a lot of people were like going to the bathroom and stuff. And then I don't know. So I was like texting him. I actually called my dad at one point because I was just like bored. I mean, I was listening to my audiobook, but I was like bored sometimes and everything. So my room came in. I got ultimately it was assigned at like 6:30, which is fine because I told him I was going to be here at 7 and everything. And so I think we finally, and I started seeing like planes taking off. So I was like, oh, okay, so they must be like clearing gates at least. So, but I don't work at an airport. I don't know how those things work. And obviously, like if they were to put us to, because our flight was then going on to Houston, there are people obviously getting on to go to Houston. So like if those people are already at a specific gate, do you necessarily want to move us to a different gate and then have those people all have to move, you know? So I get it. So I don't know. We were probably out there for like 30, 45 minutes. And then we got to the gate, got off. There were so many people waiting out there. Like, I feel so bad for those people. I mean, I hate being stuck on a plane, but being stuck in an airport is pretty bad too. And I at this point, I'm getting worried I'm not gonna be able to eat. And it's like, yeah, I could get something from the food court at the airport, but do I really want to do that? Like all those things. So I go to baggage claim, and they say like they have just been able to start taking bags off planes. And there are 10 planes from the last hour and a half that need to be like, have their bags removed. So they're like, please be patient, like, blah, blah, which is fine, 100%. But I had seen them taking the bags off our plane. So I was hopeful we were one of the ones that had already gotten taken off. Which they did. They changed our carousel, but it was right next to each other, so it wasn't that bad. So I got my bags. Of course, I was in baggage claim A, and then I was taking Mirrors Connect. So then I had to go all the way over to B, which you have to like go back upstairs and then cross and then go back downstairs. But that's fine. And Mirrors Connect was so easy. I was a little worried since I came in late. I didn't know how it would work. So easy. They asked me if I had a QR code, which I did. They had emailed it to me yesterday. And then tonight, when I got cell service on my phone again when we landed, I had received a text from them with a link to the QR code as well. They told me to go right to my thing, let me on my bus, waited like 5-10 minutes for the bus to leave for some more people to get on. My bus was going to Riviera, Caribbean, which makes sense, they're right next to each other, and then Gaylord Palms. And I was fortunate to be the first one and the only one getting off at Riviera. I felt kind of bad that they had to stop here for me, but whatever, it is what it is. But those are my airplane festivities. So, and I did see today, because originally shuttle launch had been rescheduled to the day we come back on our cruise from Canaveral, so we would have hopefully been able to see it. But it got rescheduled the other day. But I guess there's now a SpaceX launch also from Cape Canaveral on Monday in the afternoon. So we might be able to see that before we disembark. So that would, or before we embark, I don't know. So that's fun. Let me eat my kind of old bagel and my cheesecake. Maybe I'll record the cheesecake. This is just a dry bagel. Not dry, I mean it has, but it's kind of dry. Probably would have been better toasted. And I'll show you the room. And I have to decide if I'm going to unpack tonight. I feel like I should because my one suitcase is pretty wet. I'm sure my stuff is fine, but I should at least take it out, I think. And then maybe unpack tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I finished my bagel. I ate this cheesecake. I was going to charge my phone. Apparently, the extra phone charger I packed because I put one in my checked bag and one in my carry-on. Not a phone charger. So I only have one, which is fine. It's not ideal for me, but is fine. I mean, I can always buy one if I needed to. I'm sure my dad will have an extra one. I actually one time only brought one and then it broke. Thankfully my dad was here. So let's do this cheesecake. I think it was like, it has panna cotta, strawberries, maybe like a raspberry thing or something. Maybe a jam. It has a little medallion that's sweating. Oh, so there's like more jammy stuff on the bottom. It's good. Oh, okay. Some tarty fruit on the back end there. It's good. I mean, I'd pretty plain, but I kind of just wanted something spicy, you know? So I did that. Maybe it's like a strawberry raspberry jam because I feel like it's neither of those flavors. There's definitely seeds, which yes, strawberries have seeds, but I feel like they're like raspberry seeds, not strawberry seeds. It's probably a bad mix, but it's okay. I mean, I wouldn't go out of my way for it, but okay. So I thought I'd do like a quick room overview on my cramp. So this is the pull down. Oh, here's the view real quick. We'll get it again tomorrow. My bed. This is a pull down too. Here's the like kitchenette thing. There's like a little entry. There's like a little entry area here. I do really like this. Hook's always a big fan. And then the bathroom is split. So there is, here you have the toilet and then a shower. And then over here, where's the light for this one? You have the sink and a tub and shower combo. So, and still H2O products, I guess. Oh, and then so what do they have? They just have soap and body lotion because in the tower studio, I got like a foot rub, aloe, like I got so much stuff. So, but yeah, and then here's the like plates and everything. And then up here is the toaster. What is this? Like who? I mean, I guess it can reach it. Interesting. Use of space. But yeah, pretty big fridge. Little tiny freezer, which is nice. Trash can. More stuff. So yeah, I think I'm going to unpack at least a little. Well, I gotta get my charger at least. And then I think I will probably head to bed and decide what time I'm waking up tomorrow. So I'm going to Epcot tomorrow, but tomorrow I have the Halloween party, so I don't know. I think I might try to sleep in. We'll see. Bye.